Well, if you are headed to one of Texas's many beaches this summer, we have a little bit of bad news for you. 90% of the state's beaches have tested positive for fecal bacteria. This is according to the group Environment Texas, and this can cause swimmers to get sick. It can even force beaches to close. And the highest levels of this bacteria were found at beaches around Nueces County. Our Crystal Dominguez shows us what experts are doing to save a critical bay in the area.
First thing we wanted to do is find out what was in the bay.
Baffin Bay is a vital body of water located about 30 miles south of Corpus Christi with a watershed of 1.5 million acres.
Started fishing there in 1957.
John Sutton says it was the place to fish back in the day.
Go fishing 2 or 3 times a week and almost always would go to Baffin Bay.
But today, the bay is suffering. The ecosystem is failing because the water quality is being suffocated by nutrient pollution, creating dense blooms of algae.
Through the years, slowly the fishing declined.
It's also a critical habitat for migratory birds and wildlife, supporting agriculture that impacts the entire state.
Baffin, we know, supports probably close to 600 jobs in the community, contributes tens of millions of dollars every year to the local community. So from an economic standpoint, it's really vital to that area down there.
Dr. Michael Wetz leads the mission at the Heart Research Institute to restore the bay, called #Bringing Baffin Back.
So the problem is that Baffin Bay is getting too much nutrients going into it, things like nitrogen and phosphorus.
It's what's happening to the land around the bay that is the root of the problem.
Failing wastewater treatment plants that aren't treating the water as good as they could be. It's septic tanks that are releasing pollutants into the water. It's fertilizers from agricultural fields.
Wetz says they just received funding to place one of these instruments in the water that measure types of algae in real time, sending warning messages to them when it's toxic.
So sometime next year, hopefully we'll have one of these in place down in Baffin.
A bay that has been troubled by dead seagrass, brown tides, and fish kills may one day be restored and serve as a model to the Texas coast that are facing similar issues.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more refreshing stories about your community, click the subscribe button over here. You can also download our Spectrum News app and tune in to Channel 55 on Dish and DirecTV to get live news coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.